Skid Row thing, why did you incorporate that into the title? We all know who you are. We all know who you came from. It's been like 20 years since the Skid Row days. You're a wine connoisseur. I'm an idea guy, perfectly aged. The Sebastian Bach story. That's for you for free. What do you think of that?
The title refers to the fact that no matter what I do, I can't get away from that. Like everywhere I go, it's like, what do you do when you're 18? And it's life on Skid Row. That's kind of what it refers to. Wherever I go, people tell me how much that music meant to them and how they still listen to it every day. They get their phones out and hold it up in my face. So it's a brand and a name that I spent the best years of my life making. And it's like people want to know, what am I getting? What is this? The book is about Skid Row, you know. Nobody was there that can talk about it like me, except for the other guys in the band. And it includes my personal photos from my scrapbooks of, you know, the Bon Jovi tour, Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood, first Pantera tour. You know, these are pictures I took on a disc camera.
This is you.
You know,
you
in,
took them yourself.
in 1987. So that's what the book's about, and people want to know what they're getting, and that is what the book is about. So
You write a second book, perfectly aged. It's available. I'm going to give it to you at no cost to you whatsoever. That drops in stores January 19th. Legendary Sebastian Bach joins us. Valor Ballroom tonight. Doors at 6. Go time is 6:33. Bands. All the information, valorballroom.com. Guy jumps on stage last week in Seattle spontaneously. I want to bring this up because ever since that dime bag thing happened, that tragedy in Ohio, it's not okay to do that anymore. It's really not okay to do that. He's lucky he didn't get tasered. And you're a big guy and still in shape. You could have drop kicked him into like where God knows where.
yeah, I'm not looking to drop kick anybody. I'm not looking to do that.
I'm not trying to be John Wayne and draw the line in the sand, but I mean, after what happened with Dimebag, I mean, it's not okay to do that anymore, man.
Well, you can't control what other people are doing, you know. I mean, a promoter might say, okay, well, we're going to book the Skid Row reunion in this room, but
Right.
we're going to book the Sebastian Bach solo show in this room, and maybe say it's going to be a different show. It's not a different show.
Right.
It's the same show. So I don't know how many gigs I'll have to do to prove that simple fact, but it's the same. It's not any different who's on the instruments. I'm not saying that it's all about me or anything. Saying when I get up there and I sing, come get a piece of me, it's the same energy that you think that it is.
Right.
And to put it in a small room, there's an element of danger in the room. I mean, the people are going mentally bonkers, like crying and screaming. They've listened to this all their lives. If they're seeing it in an arena or a restaurant, they're not reacting different. If anything, they react more crazy in an intimate setting.
It's controlled chaos, though, where it's not your first rodeo. It's not your first rock show. Obviously, stay off the freaking stage. And like you said last week too about the pictures, just watch the show. Get in the moment.
Yeah.
Put your phones away.
Here's my
people.
point on that. And you know, when I say things in a conversation and then a sentence gets made a headline, like, you know, like I'm not the only guy that's like, why did I say that? You know, because the headline is Sebastian Bach urges fans to put cell phones away. Wrong. I never urged. I didn't say put your phone. I was making a comment, and if you read what I said, oh, it's like put your cell phones away. Here's my point. Last night we had a great day off. We went to see Jurassic World, the movie, right? And it's reiterated for 10 minutes, and the trailers before you watch a movie, put your cell phones away. Sorry, I was going to say a bad word, but we're live, so I didn't.
Thanks for catching that, man. Bonus points for Bob.
Only a couple sips of this, too. But it's, you know, put your cell phones away. Respect the people around you. It's distracting. We're watching a playback of a film with no people on the stage.
Right.
I mean, in theater, you know, I've done Broadway shows. You're not allowed to take a picture, or you know, you have to be in the moment at a theater show, or they kick you out. Like, you're removed. Like, so why can't rock and roll have the same kind of I don't know, just, you know, it is distracting. But having said that, do whatever you want to do. I don't care what you do it. I don't care. That's just my opinion. Like, if I go see a movie, I think a rock concert should have the same kind of respect for the moment of it.
Absolutely.
Having said that, film all the shows. Have a blast.
What's next?
Not trying to tell you what to do.
Give me a couple of things on the Bach bucket list. What's left, man? I mean, you've done the Broadway thing. You're a great rock star. The book's coming out here January 19th. What's left, man? And you got a hot. Look at this.
She's hot.
You got a hot
Yes,
fiance.
I'm getting married on August 22nd to my love, who's sitting with me right here, Suzanne.
I think you'd be saying that even if she wasn't here, because you have that tone about you now, like, this is legit, this is real deal.
It is the real deal, and I'm a very lucky man to have someone to share this craziness with.
And she is smiling ear to ear. I love
Yeah.
that. That's awesome.
Well, the road can be fun, you know. I mean, we just really did a ton of shows, and we're kind of feeling it a bit. But to see all these different cities, last night we went to the 801 Chop House, and let me say that is a 5-star establishment.
Absolutely.
Paul treated us to a great time last night at that place. And we had a great time last night here in Des Moines, and now after the show we go to Kansas City, and we have like 60 or 70 shows.
He's still getting it done, folks, and he still looks like he's 30-something years old. He's Sebastian Bach tonight, Valor Ballroom. Again, doors at 6, all the information, valorballroom.com. Forgive me for the redundancy of this, but this is one of the greatest rock stories ever told.
Which
And
one?
I haven't heard this in years, and this is why I'm going to ask you to do this in closing. Would you mind, and can you give me like a PG-13 version of this, the story with you and Axl and Diamond Dave?
Well, sure, that was a legendary night.
Oh my God! Everybody, brace yourself.
Well,
this will be one of the best
this-
rock stories in closing you'll ever hear. Ever.
Well, this all happened. This is a true story. We were playing the LA Forum, opening for Aerosmith, 4 nights, pump tour. And all of a sudden, there's a knock on the door, Skid Row dressing room. Sebastian, and I turn, what
He
bag?
does the
And he
voice.
goes, is Sebastian here? And I go, oh my God, it's Diamond David Lee Roth, the first time I ever met him. And he goes, what's up, man? And he comes in the room, sits down, and I go, hey, Dave, you want to roll a joint? And he goes, Sebastian, you do the honors. So we were off to a good start. And we spent all night hanging out. Axl got up and did Train Kept a Rollin' with Aerosmith, and he didn't know the words, so I wrote them out before he went out there, so he had them. And then after the show, Dave said that he wanted to take us out. So Rick Rubin was hanging out in the room. We got in Rick Rubin's car, some sort of lotus insect thing. And Dave met us there. Me and Axl were in the back of Rick Rubin's car, and I've been drinking Jack Daniels, which I can't anymore, and I had to vomit. So I just opened up the door. Axl was holding me by the back of the collar while I'm puking going down Sunset Boulevard in Rick Rubin's car with my face about like 5 inches from the pavement. And he's not slowing down. And we get to the Rainbow, wipe off my face, it's time to party. We're sitting at the Rainbow. I'm in the middle of Axl and David Lee Roth, and we're drinking Jack. And Dave's really nice, and then all of a sudden, you know, you get that one bad sip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Dave goes, well, looks like I got a couple pretenders to my throne right here, you know? And Axl goes, what did he just say? And, you know, Axl's all fired up. He's like, I'm not your pretender to nobody's throne, you know? And I'm in the middle of these two guys, like, going, oh my God. And for the rest of that story, you'll have to buy the book. January.
Nice
It gets
tease.
crazier and crazier and crazier.
That is
But
awesome.
the book comes out in January, and that's where you'll get the ending of that.
That's awesome. Great way to wrap things up. He's Sebastian Bach on stage tonight, Valère Ballroom. Again, all the information, valaireballroom.com. Studio audience,
Yay, thank you guys.
thank you, Sebastian.